8:30. It's like 8:29 now. And I fucking blew up on I don't even remember what I said because I was in the zone, and it probably wasn't even funny or entertaining. It was probably just, I'd like these fucking union motherfuckers to come down south sometime and I'll shove my foot up their ass. But anyway, so I'm answering the last question and deliberately trying to go over just to be that guy. And I mean, it was the point where when I finally answered it and fucking was trying to thank everybody, somebody was giving Bill after. He was like trying to wrap me up early. All right, Jim Cornette. And they're applauding. I'm like, I wasn't finished yet. And because I really was trying to thank everybody because they were cool. They all came. They, you know, had a good time, etc. despite this. So now the union has kicked us out of this room. Fortunately, almost everybody in the room was a VIP for the extra cheese session anyway. Because at that expense, most everybody went all in because of the convention admission loophole. Anyway, so they move us down the hall to like an empty room. Well, not an empty room, but nobody was in it, but with tables where we can all sit down and do the extra cheese. So everybody has the Pat's cheesesteaks. Once again, Professor Ouch, you're the man. And Pat and Sam Garcia. And then after we have our cheesesteaks, then I do the photo op with everybody and get a chance to shake everybody's hand, thank them for coming. And then we sit down because it was you got a free 8x10 also, but I decided to give people, since they are the most devoted of the devoted that came in person, the new official Cult of Cornette membership certificate that will soon be available in the coming weeks on jimcornette.com. And everybody liked that. It does have the new Pledge of Allegiance to the cult on it, along with a snazzy photo of me, and it is signed and official. But anyway, I swear to fucking Christ, and I'm answering some people's questions as we're talking. I'm trying, once again, I'm not going to rush anybody. They paid to be there. I'm honored by that, so I'm staying as long as they want to stay. And they come and said, hey, and this was after about an hour and 40 minutes or so, they said, hey, they've turned the lights out upstairs and they're starting to make a sweep of the building, but you've got about another 10 minutes before they get down here. I'm like, what the fuck? Now the pressure's on again. We're being run out again. And so finally, we got everybody taken care of. Everybody, boom, got their stuff. And then we go back. Now it's going on 11 o'clock by the time we get out of there. I snagged an extra Pat's cheesesteak so I could take and microwave in my room, later on. But so that I had a half a roast beef sandwich and 2 cheesesteaks and 4 leftover buffalo wings on Friday to eat. Is it a wonder why I gained weight on the road? But here's another thing. When we're walking back across from the convention center to the hotel, the same homeless people with blankets and shit in the same place are laying there on the sidewalk. The cops have not come along and rousted them yet, which you would think would happen. But it's a fucking homeless guy, a homeless girl, and a homeless big dog. And I felt sorry for the dog. Why didn't I feel sorry for the other homeless people? Because they're laying there in the filthy street in Philadelphia, in the grime and the grit and the fucking exhaust, and people are spitting everywhere and spitting on them. And they're sitting there in one of them iPhones with the big lit up screen. That's what they are, right? The iPhones. They've got an iPhone. It's right next to them, lit up, sitting there next to the dog. They can't fucking goddamn get off the street, but they've got an iPhone. Ruined any sympathy. I wanted to go get some dog food and bring it back and say, I feel sorry for the dog, but you motherfucker. Because before I would lay in the goddamn filthy fucking street in downtown Philadelphia for 12 hours in the same place, I would have knocked on 475 doors saying, excuse me, I seem to be in a bit of a pickle here where I'm without funds to find a place to stay, and I would like to know if you have any work that could be done, whatever large or small, to help in this endeavor. For fuck's sake. Anyway. So then, by the time I get back in the room, it's past 11 o'clock. I microwave my cheesesteak. I think at least the hard part of the weekend is over with, because that was a 12-hour day. And John Fell actually said, it's hard because you're you're meeting people and talking to people and interacting with people, and they want to see you, so you want to be pleasant and cheerful, except when they want to see me be cranky and not cranky at them. And in the show, and then making sure everybody's happy afterwards. It's a little pressure. There's people digging ditches, but still. But I get back to the room, and I microwave the cheesesteak, and now I turn on the TV, and now here's the hurricane news. But while I feel bad for the people in the Carolinas, my old hometown, Hurricane Hugo fucked up my birthday 30 years ago. But while I feel bad for them, here's how the hurricane affected me, because I'm Donald Trump. It's all about me. I've said, well, fuck, I'm going to be fine in Philadelphia. There's no hurricane there. I'm going to be fine in Kentucky. By the time I get home, there's no hurricane there. But I did find out that the hundreds of miles that I have to travel through the mountains of West Virginia on Monday, there was 100% chance of thunderstorms and heavy rain. So now, Friday night in the room, I've got the anxiety of my truck is 3 blocks away. Will it be there when it's on the street in Philadelphia? Will it be there? Will it be up on blocks? And also on Friday, by the way, I had to walk back down that giant airplane ramp, a football field length, and over to the lot to pay the parking every 24 hours at about 3 in the afternoon, or they'd put the boot on the truck, right? So every afternoon I'm walking down it. On Saturday, I walked down it twice because I walked down the ramp into the lot, paid the parking, realized I didn't bring my truck key to put the fucking ticket on the dash so they wouldn't boot the truck. So I had to walk back up the ramp. It's 80 fucking degrees. Jeez. Get the truck, walk back down the ramp, over the lot, pay the goddamn stick. You see where I'm going with this. It was a fucking rib, right? Anyway, so Friday night, I got the anxiety. The truck's far away. My stuff's still at the convention center. I'm trapped on the 9th floor of this hotel in the middle of a fucking city, and now I'm going to be chased out of town by a hurricane. And I'm thinking, maybe I'll leave Tuesday afternoon. The show goes to 5. If I leave at 2, nobody's feelings will be hurt, and I can stay ahead of the rain. All right. So Saturday, we're back down there. I meet John at 9:30. We're at the show all day until about 6 o'clock. Frank Chili came by, and his husband Jeff, and of course Frank used to come to all of she was Dennis Corluzzo's right hand man, and come to all the shows, and we would all go to Ribbit and etc. So got to visit with them, and once again a bunch of pleasant people, just the nicest people. And Tommy Dreamer's guys, his house hardcore guys from his school and etc. They're very nice and polite and pleasant and respectful. He's doing them right there. And everything is wonderful, and we're going to go to dinner. As soon as I leave this building, things change. We're gonna go grand. I'm tired. John, as a matter of fact, at the end of the night said, I was looking at you and you worried me, because I'm starting to get it's starting to wear on me, right? But we go to dinner, and all I've had to eat that day was a hot dog from the concession stand. John and I, we got 2 hot dogs, and he got an iced tea, and it was $17. Anyway, I go back to the hotel to drop my stuff off and change my clothes first. As I'm walking down the hall, there's some Chinese guy standing in front of my door. His bags are sitting there. He's got his phone in his hand and a key, and he's trying to get in my room. I said, excuse me? It's I can't do the accent. He's obviously, not from here. And he said, I think assigned room. I'm sorry. And he was confused, right? But I'm seeing somebody trying to get in my fucking room. So boom. So I change clothes. We go to dinner. Once again, same homeless people in the same fucking place. Have a great dinner. Come back. And me and John walking down the sidewalk almost get run over by this fucking madman on this bicycle running about 25 miles an hour. And John was afraid that I was going to get us in a pickle. I said, John, I'm too tired and he's too big. But there was a few words exchanged. But fuck, it's chaos there. I was attacked by a flock of pigeons.
Come on.
One time when I was walking down the street from that goddamn garage, I was looking in a window at one of the restaurants, and the pigeons snuck up on me from behind. And then I turned around and scared them, and they started flying up, which of course startled me because I wasn't expecting 20 fucking birds to come flying at my face. Some kind of goddamn Alfred Hitchcock bullshit going on. Anyway, so Saturday night, I'm checking the weather again, and now the anxiety level is about 17 on a scale of 1 to 10. I got it. Now, here's my plan for the next day. Because think about this. I got a truck 3 blocks over in a lot. I've got a bunch of stuff in the convention center, and I've got my stuff on the 9th floor in this fucking box in a goddamn hotel where I'm all jammed in. So here's what I'm going to do. The next day, we're going to walk over there, and at 2 o'clock, I'm going to pack my stuff up, and Gabe has already said that he could help me with his guys load the stuff out the back door, which I'm very close to in the convention room. Then me and John will take the truck back to the hotel because he, unlike me, he wasn't staying at that hotel, but he can still park in the garage. I couldn't park in the garage of the hotel I was staying at. I'm going to take John back over to the hotel, and he's going to watch my truck at the taxi lane while I go up in the room and get my bags, and then he'll go to his car, and I will leave, and we'll all live happily ever after. Right? This is flawless. So Sunday morning was a bit slow anyway. Got a chance to see everybody that wanted to see me. Gabe has he's ready to help. And he says, look at this. As we've got all of my stuff next to the back door, the back ramp, there's nobody on it. There's some cars parked along the side, but there's nobody coming up or down because the show's still taking place. So there's plenty of room there at the back door. He says, you just go get your truck out of the lot, pull it up here, and I'll put the stuff in, and then off you guys go. So I walk back down this goddamn fucking ramp and back into the lot. And now where I've parked with plenty of room to get out and behind, a bigger vehicle is in the rear of me than was there before, and it's oversticking the line. And this is going to be close. And I get in this fucking Ford Expedition, and thankfully my rear view mirrors are collapsible. It took me 10 fucking minutes pulling up an inch and back an inch and up an inch and back an inch to wiggle my way out of this goddamn rib parking lot. I thought I was going to be trapped. It's fucking 88 degrees and I'm sweating like a whore in church, right? And finally, by literally an inch, I get out on all sides of this thing, and it was like all weekend, every time I left somewhere, I felt like I was either being driven out or escaping. So I pull out of this lot, and once again, out the exit, and you take an immediate like UE and go right up this ramp. As I take the UE and I'm starting to pull up the ramp, out of nowhere, this fucking guy goes, hey, what? It's some part. Apparently, this guy had been sleeping in a guard shack over here, right? Because there was no human beings anywhere around. So I've got the window down. I show him my exhibitor's badge. I said, hi. I said, I'm with the Comic-Con. I said, I'm just going up to load something up. I'm coming right back. Ramp's closed. It's wide open. He didn't even have any cones across here. I said, but I'm with the show. This is where I loaded in. I need to get ramp's closed. I said, one of the guys running the show told me to do this. Well, I'm running the ramp. So now he's getting territorial. I'm like, hold on. And so I've got my phone and I just hit the phone and I call Gabe. And I said, Gabe, the guy won't let me come up the ramp. He said, let me talk to him. I hand the guy my phone. He turns around. I don't know what, but he says, he's coming down here or something like that. Oh, thanks a lot. Right. So I said, I'll just pull over. So I start to pull over to the side, right, to wait. No, he wants me to back up 15 feet on the other side of their gate that is open anyway and park on the sidewalk.
What the fuck?
So I said, all right, fucking rib. All right, I turn around, I park on the sidewalk, I close the door, I lock my truck. I'm going up. I'm going to help Gabe and get this over with quicker. As I'm starting to walk up the ramp, he says, hey, you can't walk up there. I said, what? You can't walk up the ramp. I said, I've been walking up and down this fucking ramp all weekend. Guess what he said? No, you haven't. Here we go. I said, what? Now, I've been here all weekend. I said, then you're a blind motherfucker. Because I've been walking and sweating my balls off up and down this goddamn ramp, in this goddamn building, in this goddamn union, in this goddamn city all fucking weekend. And it's to both of our benefits. You let me go up there and get my shit so we can leave quicker. Because that's what we both want. Me the fuck out of here. And right about that time, here